Hello guys, and welcome to a Truth Nugget number 21. It's been a long time, and it's been a long time on purpose. I've been out there growing, working on transforming myself, transforming other people around me, and it has been the most amazing few months of my life without fail. And I want to share with you some of the things that I've been doing, but I want to focus on one thing specifically today. So today is, I'm just going to refer to notes here because this is, well, there's just a lot that I need to get across here. So today is my 51st day without any alcohol entering my system at all, not a single mouthful. 51 days of a clear mind. I have not altered my mind state at all. In that time, we're talking about less than 2 months here, a few significant things have happened. First of all, my business has exploded. I'm talking, we invoice out 3 to 4 times what we used to. Our staff have lifted dramatically in their productivity because of the conversations that I am now having with them. My training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is super focused. I'm talking about when I step onto the mats, I'm a very different animal to who I was in the past. Parts of me that have remained dormant forever have been unleashed. My relationship with my kids has become many-fold stronger, and it's happened because I'm always in the deal with them each moment. I have nothing better to go and do. My job now is about transforming them, about raising them to be the most effective human beings that they can possibly be, and nothing else is really on my radar. So I've had some amazing conversations over those couple of months. My body obviously is improving, changing shape all of the time. But you know, with no alcohol entering my system, I have a lot more energy for training, and also I'm taking in a lot less high energy carbs. So my weight is very, very easy to manage. The profile of person that's entered my life over the last 51 days has also shifted. I seem to be out there seeking and attracting people who are more focused, more clear, more driven. I can see the loose ends in my life with absolute clarity. Where in the past there'd be a greyed blur where I would make up excuses or justify to myself things that were out of order and possibly always would be out of order, now I'm like a dog with a bone. I will not let them go until they're clean. It's like I have to have a perfectly mowed backyard of life. It's really interesting, you know, just seeing how as I tackle an area of my life, how that triggers the cleanup of other areas of my life or the cleanup of other areas of other people's lives. So it's been a very powerful journey for the people around me these last 51 days as well. The other thing is I have to pace myself. I mean, I'm known for pulling very crazy hours, but now I can't just say to myself, well, I've been up for 14 hours today working, I might as well just have a glass of wine so I can bang out a few extra hours of work. No, I have to stop, I have to take breaks, I have to go and train, I have to honor my body in a way that means that I can get through these long days without having to artificially extend what I'm capable of doing. And that's been an interesting shift. And I don't get tired as much as I used to. That when I'm tired, I just go straight to bed. What else? Yeah, there are no mysterious blips on my radar. One of the things that would happen, because I'm always doing business or I'm always having conversations, is that if alcohol was involved, I might make a decision that's out of alignment with what my long-term goals might be. So, not intentionally, but I was sabotaging myself in some of the decisions that I was making. That's not happening anymore. I have this linear line. I have a linear view of what's happened over the last 51 days, and I can pinpoint every moment, and I know every decision that I made. So it's amazing how much of a difference that makes, just having the confidence that I've made all of my own decisions in a very clear state of mind over that time. And I can't wait to see what that looks like in 365 days, in year after year after year. I've learned to really love that form of clarity. Why did I do this? Well, I've pretty much known exactly what I'd wanted always, but never been able to get to it. And I'd spent a large part of my adult life with alcohol intertwined into various activities. And if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. We know that saying, and it's true. So I wanted to make a radical change to my life. And that's one of the points of today's Truth Nugget is it doesn't have to actually be giving up alcohol. For me, I wanted a clear mind 24/7. And I do encourage that you consider that, at least for a while. For me, it's permanent. I have no desire to go back to my old ways. But yeah, I've done it for my life. I wanted to make a change. I'd fully explored the drinking life. And I wanted a new chapter. So things like my marriage had come to a final end. My business was never really taking off and flying. It was always around the corner. It was always next year was going to be my year. And I always had alcohol as an excuse for my failures. I would be able to tell myself very subtly underneath all of this that, you know, I had more desire to be social than to be business successful, or I had more desire to connect with people, and to do that I had to drink. You know, I had all of these rationalizations, I guess, but I'd realized that was absolute bullshit. What happened was I actually didn't lose any friends in this process. Over the last 51 days, I've still spoken to all of those same people that I've always been involved with, and at first they're like, have a drink, and I'm just saying, no, I don't drink anymore. And they say to me, okay, no problem. And I just say, I'll just get me a lemon lime and bitters, and off we go. And it's exactly the same night as it was previously. I'm just as loose as I've always been, so that's not the issue. You can get me to run down a street naked, completely sober. That won't be an issue. How did I do this? Now, this is an interesting point. In the past, giving up alcohol is something that I may have wanted to do, but always thought it was going to be so hard. Thought that I needed it. Thought that I wouldn't be the same person without it. And so I ended up doing an advanced coaching program with a company called Landmark. And the course definitely did not say give up drinking. What the course actually said was anything that you choose to do in your life, you give it your all. You give it 100%, or you don't bother doing it. You just say no to it if you're not going to give it 100%. So I've since become that person as far as raising children, as far as running the business, and you can see how this ties back into this 51 days. I also had to make a decision. Do I want to be the best motherfucking drinker that's ever existed? Not really. It's not really my goal. You know, there's other things I'd rather do. So considering I'm not going to give it my full attention, I'm not going to do it at all. It's as simple as that. I'd rather just go to the gym for that time, or, you know, hit the park or something. So that's probably how I did it. The funny part about it was that because of that understanding, stopping drinking was actually ridiculously easier. In that 51 days, I've handled lots of alcohol, I've served drinks for people, I've made espresso martinis, I've sniffed alcohol just to see what it does for me. And it's like a desensitized exercise. I have no desire to go there. So what's the message of today's Truth Nugget? It's much longer than normal, obviously, so you know this one's an important one. The aim of today's message is do not do anything unless you aim to be the best at it, or at least the best that you can possibly be at it. Ask yourself, what am I doing that's making me a less effective human being? For me, that was alcohol, so I canned it. What am I doing that's making me a less effective human being? Don't be afraid to make dramatic change. This is an important one. I was, and I just wish I'd confronted that within myself earlier. Get addicted to clarity. It's a fucking awesome high. I can't tell you how happy I am. I've never been this happy in my entire life. And I also want to get across that this is not about quitting drinking, this Truth Nugget. It's more about being able to dramatically change your mindset. Pick something that you've never been able to do easily, never been able to give up easily, or never been able to do easily, and get it done. Get it out of your life or get it into your life. Do whatever it is, but make it happen. Become more effective.